Hello and welcome to the Dragon Herald. This is Chapter 12, The Battle of Gudaris. We've almost arrived at the plains of Gudaris. It appears that the fort there is under assault. Gudaris, that's quite close to the Raudel capital. The invasion has progressed that far already? In the time it took to receive the message and travel south, all forts had already fallen. I hope we are not too late. If Various wins uncontested, theirs is not the peace that we are seeking. Through these woods here, I can see the battlefield. Let us go. Hadn't thought I'd be visiting here anytime soon. You're Ludo, right? Rona asked you on, if I recall correctly. I'm honored that you remember my name. May I know what troubles you? You seem to have something on your mind. I know one of the local lords in this area. We don't have the best of relationships. You're not wanted on any charges, I would hope. Nothing quite so dramatic, I can assure you. We had a falling out over a disagreement of sorts. Anyway, I should warn you to steer clear of Lord Conwell. He loathes Varians with all of his being. He won't care that you fight against them. A man after my own heart, it seems. Shame he won't get along with me. Ah, the previous herald. No, I dare say he wouldn't. I'll keep your words in mind, then. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. You're thinking that your friend may try something? For him, the Herald is a symbol of Varian cruelty. His lover belonged to one of the smaller nations caught up in the 50 Years' War. Because of Lord Sino's death, the resulting battles cost her her family, and she subsequently took her own life. You see, given that, I suppose he really wouldn't warm up to me. That's just how it is. I disagreed with his blind hatred of all Varians, and so we parted ways. Sometimes I wonder if we might yet reconcile. No, forget about it. My apologies for joining on about such a topic. I should go prepare for the battle ahead. ... The battle seems not to have progressed far. So it seems, but the Varian tactician worries me. Are they someone to be feared? I've only faced off against her once before, but he is the sort that makes traps of openings. I see. What should our strategy be here? We have a few options for helping to win the battle. These forts seem to be the Varian rally points. If we can capture both, they'll be forced to retreat. However, it looks like one is guarded by a Wygar. We'll have to coordinate to take him down. The enemy leader should have taken over the shrine here. Defeating them is another way to rout the enemy. So we can seize both forts or defeat the enemy leader. What would you suggest? The enemy commander most likely expects us to target her. You can see that her position is sparsely defended at a glance. I would avoid taking the bait and instead capture the forts. Still, you have ample enough combat experience now. There's no need to stick to an unchanging plan. I see. We'll feel it out then. We'll send some men to reinforce the castle as insurance, and everyone else will ride in with us. We must hurry before too many soldiers die. Sir, report from the field. What is it, soldier? The Herald's party travels from the north to join ours. So she came to help us in the end after all. Wait for her troops to engage, then march. We'll have to time our push to succeed. What fortuitous timing. Lord Conwell? I hear that the Herald's party joins us. Yes, and without time to spare. The battlefield may seem calm now, but I have a previous report that the Varian main army is but 15 minutes away. We will be hard-pressed to fend off such a force ourselves. However, I worry if our savior is to be this vaunted herald. What do you mean? She's originally from Various, is she not? And the war began after her act at the summit. So you think this is yet another ploy by Various? I have my suspicions. I trust in your judgment, Wyvern Commander, but I will watch this battle unfold from nearby. Please, proceed as you would were I not here. Lord Conwell. One cannot fault him for being cautious. Still, though, I could not say this to his face. But you're in a situation where we need any help we can get. Okay, well, the objective is to repel attack. Well, a unique victory condition is always a good sign, so we'll see what we have to do here. There's Tenno, an experienced warrior pledged to the Varian cause. There's Rin, stone-faced commander of the Varian invasion force. She's not quite well equipped. And what does the other guy have? A brave axe, a great bow, and a white gem. Okay. And Gulch is actually fast enough to steal from him, so that's interesting. Over here, you just have a soldier of Various. Okay. Well, it's hard to say what to prepare for exactly because there's so few units on the field here, but okay. Reboltings. Protected by this wall of enemies here. Well, I'm not sure I like that very much, but we'll see how it goes. What else is stealable or droppable here? Seems like we just scrolled through everyone already. Yeah, okay. Well, we can bring 13 people, so I'll just figure out who to bring. And make other preparations, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and I've made what preps I can for this somewhat complex chapter. I'm gonna give Shozo the Angelic Robe, since he's got the most varied bulk. Got pretty high defense, he's got pretty high resistance. Seems like a good unit to invest more in. I'm gonna promote Myron now. My two options here are a Druid or a Dark Rider. And I'm gonna give him the Dark Rider one as movement. And we don't need everyone to be a staff user. So Myron is fine as a Dark Rider, I think. As for his bonuses there, promotion bonuses. He can use Anima now, so we have that in his inventory already. Next promotion is going to go to Elise, one of our new units that we got at the end of the last chapter, a hot-blooded Pegasus mercenary with a warrior's ideals. We're going to promote her. Our two options are Falco Knight, of Sky Warriors who wield magic staves, equip lances and staves, and Shade Knight, Pegasus Warriors with lethal precision, equip lances and swords. We're going to use her as a Shade Knight. They both get 8 movement. I think Shade Knight gives a higher skill boost on promotion. And we don't need Flying Staff user, really. There we go, 20 speed, that's nice. We can use swords now, and she starts with a Brave Lance, so we may as well give her Killer Lance to play with, a Javelin, and let's just hand her a Nightblade, I guess. And Samantha can also promote. Her choices are Spellblade, kind of looks like a Sage thing, Sage model or whatever, and then there's Crusader. Spellblade can use Anima, Staves, and Swords. Crusader can use Axes, Staves, and gets the Guided skill. So I think that is like a bonus against, I think that's a Slayer bonus, if I remember correctly from reading the readme. I'm gonna give her Crusader. May not be as useful, but since power is shared across physical and magical, I think it'll be okay. She's not going to be seeing much combat anyway with her defense at 4. And she might take out a mage or two, but well, we'll just give her a hand axe, or a hatchet even, to be more accurate. And we got another new unit, Laguna. The Archsage of Folga often acts in inscrutable ways. Those are her stats. She gets +5 luck from FEGBA. And I gave her a Lightning, a Shine, and Mend, and she also came with a Warp Staff. So we'll see that puts a good use, hopefully. Gonna go ahead and save the game. And then go ahead and fight. Okay, so I finished my preps, and I've adjusted my preps multiple times for various attempts at this chapter, and I'm gonna just jump in here. There should be secret shop around here as well. Anna said it was somewhere well fortified, but let me go into player phase. So, I'm gonna discuss this chapter a bit before I do it, and you may have noticed slightly behind the overlay a little bit, there's numbers. There's a reason for that, I'll explain it later, but now, I think the best way to describe this chapter is that it is challenging. I don't strictly think that it's unfair per se. I think that an issue that's catching up to me right now is that I've promoted my characters way too early. And they've had very little time to grow before they were promoted, and now it's just they're just a bit underwhelming, and it's not. I think if I ever replay this hack for, you know, in my spare time, or if I try to do something with it that's like efficient play, like an LTC or something, I would probably hold off on promoting units until 12 to 15 range, probably on the higher end of that, because they have way more time to grow, and I think they'd be much better units if they had a few more levels unpromoted first, just based on looking at their growths and what their bases were when I got them and stuff like that. Now it's a little too late to go back, though, and I've tried this chapter 10 times, so I decided that I do want to progress through this game, and I don't want my past choices to hold me back from completing it. So, in light of that, I'm decided to just RNG rig my way through the chapter. And the challenge that I'm running into is probably better to show than tell, but I'm going to get into it a little bit while I do stuff. So, basically, the issue is that what's the best way to put this? There are different outcomes to what happens in this chapter, depending on what it is you do. So, if you go on this island that I'm going on right now, then this boss, Rin, will give different orders depending on what you do. So if you go on this area, Rin just says, like, oh, they're attacking the forward base, send in the reinforcements. And then reinforcements appear here. And as well as out of these ports, right? If you put your units here, Rin says, oh, they're coming at me directly, send in these reinforcements. And then her personal guard comes out, which are a bunch of tough units, as well as a different set of reinforcements from here. And then units come out of the bases as well, or the forts as well. So I really like that concept, and I'll show it off to you because I'm crossing this thing right now. So, like, I may as well, right? And I think Mage is going to go for the skeleton, so this is kind of just a precaution, I guess. Now, Mutant shows I have a support. I'm going to get that. I'm glad to see you have not keeled over after I removed the Sun Seal from you. The magic warding power remains strong within me. Excellent. A servant of your caliber is indispensable. See to it that any wounds you receive are treated with haste, lest they fester and ruin your swordsmanship. Of course. Only engage in battles that you know that you will win. If you were to suffer defeats, you would set my plans back. I understand. Very good. I must return to the battle for now. ... Support level increased. Somehow. Kind of a lecture. But, so I really like the choice that... the idea of presenting a choice to the player about what they're going to do and making it affect them. In practice, I think there is really only one way to approach this chapter, though, and that's to cross at the same time. Cross some units over here, and put some units here. You can deal with both forts at once. Which would be fair if my units were probably a bit better than they are. And the fact that they're not kind of forces my hand here. Because every time I try to cross at the same time, the reinforcements are just way too overwhelming to actually deal with, and I just get stuck, sadly. So, what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna show off the reinforcement thing that happens, and then I'm going to steal the white gem from the warrior guarding that fort, and finally I'm going to warp Shozo over to the boss and hit her with a Luna crit. And you might be wondering, how are you going to do that? Ah, the false prophet appears, just as the scouts had warned. Give the order, your will be done. And reinforcements come, like I said. Now show me what this herald of yours can do. Reinforcements come from the forts, and music changes, which is a really nice touch. And it's such a small thing, but it really does change how you experience the chapter, I think. And I like that. It doesn't make the chapter easier, of course, but that's not, you know, it's out of our control at this point. So, Samantha has the warp staff, Chozo has Luna, and I have the RNG manipulation script open. So that's how we're going to beat the boss once we clear a path and steal this white gem, because I believe after trying this chapter 10 times and consistently being out of money, I feel like I deserve something to go my way, and you know, that this is perfect. Getting 10,000 gold would be really nice right now. So I'm just going to make a little bit of a clear path here and steal the thing eventually. Fortunately, Bird is bad at hitting things, but go for this, I guess. Okay. Now the problem is the boss has a great bow, which is incredibly powerful. We're going to try to keep our units out of range of that. Just use alternate means to cause a ruckus here. Just go for things like this. Okay, that's fine. HP, power, luck, defense, and resistance. Pretty good, I would say. How far does Lorelei move? Okay. Well, I do want to get rid of this guy, so what I'm going to do probably is put Shozo here. I don't know if I like that much. Let's put Shozo here, actually. Okay. You have a sword reaver, so we're going to use that here. Actually, no, why would we do that? You have next. Let's just go for this. Oh, wow. I should have used the RNG script there. Oh, well. Let's just get rid of you. There we go. No one's in range of the warrior, which is great. But right now I'm going to try to keep... Who the heck can attack this thing? Probably the mage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that mage has bolting, but its range, or his range, shows that he can move, but he doesn't move. So we're just gonna put Filch out of this archer's range at least, and this guy. And this archer too. Filch can deal here safely. We're gonna put Bird here just to block the Cavaliers from approaching. Albert is fine. I want to go for this. Any of these guys? I might just not do that. I'm not going to put anyone in range just yet. And stick people nearby. I don't want to abuse the RNG too much. I mean, I certainly could do it, but kind of it's not necessary, so I'm not going to just do it all the time. I'll just dance for experience and call it good. I could have danced for Chozo and got a summon out, but unfortunately I blocked all the safe tiles around Chozo. Oh, I'm just gonna do it this way. Which is fine. Basically the plan, like I said, steal the gem, warp Chozo to Rin, bigger crit. And Chozo has like 16 hits and like a 2% crit chance or something really low like that with Luna, which is all we really need, so that's how we're gonna do it. Oh, that was almost dangerous. I didn't even know that general moved, because I never saw it happen before. It's pretty wild. See something new every time I try this chapter. Anywho, I kind of wish it didn't have to come to this, but like I said, I think I just promoted my units too early and screwed myself over. I would love to try this again where I, you know, try to promote my units a little bit later and see what happens then, but it is what it is, so just have to deal with it. Now Samantha, I'm just going to check our warp range from here. Okay, so I get Chozo over there and then dance for him. I can end this turn, because I can steal from Tino right now. So let's do this. Take white gem. Thank you. And we'll just clean up a little bit, get some experience while we're here, you know? It can't hurt to do that. Because I don't know what's up in the next chapter. I'm sure it's cool, but hopefully it's a little bit more manageable after all this, you know? And I look forward to seeing it. I should probably attack. You have a spear, though? I can probably get attack. I can take this. Wouldn't kill, though. We can get always speed to kill someone else. Okay. Speed to kill to someone that I actually plan on using long term. Maybe Hartman. You get it. And you kill, buddy. The Lance. There we go. Nice. Now we can put Chozo here. Summon a Phantom for experience. Gonna move the Phantom, or keep calling him a Phantom because I summoned him, but he's not a Phantom, he's a Bone Walker. Anywho, we're gonna dance for Chozo now. Lorelai's gonna get a level up, which is pretty neat. Does anyone have, like, supports that I should unlock before I just kill the boss? I got Ngoro, Lorelai, and Rona. Yeah, I didn't bring Rona. Sorry, Lorelai. Anywho, I'll get that later. Let's use our warp on Chozo now and get him over here. Push. Ew. Cool. And we're just gonna check those numbers, but I feel like I don't have to move at all. Luna 16-2, yeah. Okay, we got this. Let's kill some people before we do this. Fours killed this guy. Probably not. Let's do it. Over here, maybe. Javelin you. I'll get some experience, I guess. And I can just use the Sword Reaver on you, I guess. Oh wow. It's kind of sad. Can't even kill the Sword Reaver. Oh well. It is what it is, I guess. Can Chris do damage here at all? Just some last minutes. Varians promised me a worthy opponent. You there. Deliver me the battle I mode. Okay. That's something at least. Some variants for Taiga too. Why not? Guessing this would probably severely injure Bird. Yeah. That's okay. I'll just do this. Bye. And now we're gonna set up a kill for Chozo. So Chozo has 16 hit and 2 crits, and in this script, you can feed it input from a text file, and it will search. So what I have it set to is to search the next 5,000. If you don't know how the RN system works, it's kind of hard to explain in a video, but in a video that's not meant to explain the RN system, but I'll try to go over it quickly. So basically, there's a list of quote-unquote random numbers built into the game, and every time you do something that requires a chance, it checks that list. It checks the top numbers on that list, and then once it uses those numbers, the list scrolls up, or scrolls down, I guess, and then the next numbers get used for the next chance. So in this case, right now, the numbers on top are 86 and 91. So if it tries to roll a hit of 16 right now, it's going to fail because the hit chance takes the first 2 numbers on the list and averages them, and if it's lower than the displayed hit rate, then it misses. And then if it's lower than displayed hit rate, then it hits. If it's higher than displayed hit rate, then it misses. So ideally, the numbers that we want on top are going to average out to 16. And I see 2 numbers here, 9 and 18, that are a few numbers down on the list, and they add up to 27, and 27 divided by 2 is 13.5, so that would hit. However, the next number after that is 46, and 46 is not lower than 2. So you need to find 3 numbers, so the first 2 numbers averaged out to 16 or lower. Actually, just lower than 16, and then, I think, and then crit, we'd have to find a 1 after, basically. So I'm going to put in hit under 16, crit under 2, and then hit search, and some numbers appear on the top left, and it says that I'm currently on the RN number 1552, so the 1552nd number on the list. And the next number that meets my goal is at position 2199. Now there's 2 ways to advance the RN with this script. The first way is to not use the script at all, and to do things like this. Because whenever you draw an arrow, the game randomly draws the path of the arrow. So right now it looks like this. It's 3 down from Chozo, 2 to the left, and the 1 down. If I move it here, it changes. If I move it here, it's different. So you can actually advance the RN like that. Another way you can advance the RN just by using the script is the script gives you the opportunity to use the Q and W keys on your keyboard to move the RN state backward or forward. And I'm just going to move it forward with the keys because it would take a long time to arrow dance my way to position 2199, but it's really quick with the W key. And now the numbers on the list are 6, 12, and 0. 6 plus 12 is 18, 18 divided by 2 is 9, 0 is less than 2, so there should be a crit. I hope you did not think I would be easy prey. Draw your blade for the last time. Rin goes down. Unbelievable. For me to have to retreat here, I will not underestimate you next time. Well, to be fair, I probably won't be RN rigging next time, but skill and res. Okay. Got an elixir. Let's just send that back for now. The enemy forces are falling back. It's over. You were lucky that the fight ended so quickly. Right. I had underestimated what war itself would be like. So many men from both sides rushing to their deaths. People believe strongly in any number of things. Country, faith, or even their comrades in arms. You've gained many allies by talking to them, but that won't work forever. Yes, the battlefield is no place to voice my message. I'll have to think of a better way to address the people. Hail, Herald. Lord Carmichael, I am glad to see you are well. I might not be so if it were not for your timely arrival. You've managed to round up the rest of the Varians, and their main army is held off on attacking for now. Their commander managed to escape in the fray, but they're in no position to rally anytime soon. On behalf of Raudel, I thank you for answering our plea. Of course, the defeat of Raudel would be tragic given the circumstances of the war. I've returned to try and bring peace. In truth, your presence alone may do a lot for that cause. Various has riled its citizens around the cause of your death. Still, the cardinals can and will surely denounce you as a fake. I have claimed the relic of the first herald for legitimacy. Beyond that, there must be those that recognize me, but I have not yet determined how to reach the people. A difficult question indeed. Our own people are divided as well. Many are outraged at this very aggression, while others, the faithful, believe that it is we who have erred. Breanor's actions when you arrived have not helped this. Sir Breanor, have you managed to find him yet? None have heard from him since your battle at Walfort. I am not certain what effect his capture would even have. He fought me because he knew. He fought me because he knew of what would occur. I think I should say knew of what would occur. Yeah. He fought me because he knew of what would occur. I believe as things are right now, I could convince him to work alongside me. You seem oddly confident about that, but I won't press further. I'll keep that in mind if my men are able to track him down. In any case, I did not come here solely for my own curiosities. The local magistrate, Lord Conwell, would like to thank you. He wishes for your fellowship to dine and rest at his estate. His lordship is a skilled diplomat and may have advice for you. I suppose it wouldn't do for us to charge on blindly. Please, tell Lord Conwell that we will happily accept. I will do just that. I have just one final task, though. I would like to present you with this. It is one of the honors meant for wyvern riders of renown. Though I doubt you can make use of it for yourself, I give it to you nonetheless. Consider it my personal gratitude for your aid. Got an Elysian Whip. I used the Master Seal on Horus, so... maybe we'll get another unpromoted flyer at some point. Who knows? Shozo, I have to ask you something. It doesn't take a herald to guess. Breanor, right? Now that you've joined us, couldn't he do the same? Making peace with him would help our image with the people. I sent him off to hide after his spectacular failure. He could have just charged in and killed you himself. Well, no use finally reminiscing about the past. He's still yeah, I think I should say apprised. Because apprised means to like keep someone like up to date on something, whereas appraised means like taking the value of something. He's still apprised of my activities. Now that I've returned to the public eye, one of us must remain the shadow. I think I understand. Still, his troops seem very loyal to him, causes aside. We may need his charisma to quell the non-faithful. I suppose infighting between Raudelians is worth preventing. I care only to destroy the Varian faithful, after all. I'll consider Breanor's next course of action, then. You'll be meeting with Lord Conwell after all, then. If he offers an opportunity to sway him, I must take it. I am bound to advise against this course of action. You truly believe there is no hope at all? It is a deep wound that festers within his heart. I spoke to Shozo about it earlier, but I fear nothing what you say will influence him. Even so, I must try and see if he will speak with me. Were I to pacify the Varians, we would still need Raudel to agree to return to peace. Someone like Lord Conwell, who opposes all Varians, is someone I must confront eventually for our goals. I suppose there is truth to that, in that. It's a tough lot, the Heralds, is it not? It is my duty now, no matter the reasons I came upon it. So, I'll see it through. I see. I apologize for my impudence, then. No, it's fine. I'm glad you shared your thoughts with me. I wonder if there was anything more I could have said. Well, too late to worry about that now, isn't it? That's the end of chapter 12. Again, I kind of regret having to RNG rig my way through it, but I promise to save that as an absolute last resort. And like I said, I think it's just the unit's circumstances of promoting a little too early and avoiding more combat than I probably should have with certain units. You know, grinding up my units a little bit better in the and distributing experience a little bit more efficiently in the last chapters. But playing for a Let's Play kind of necessitates somewhat quick play, which I realize is silly considering that I have had to split a few episodes into parts because they ran too long, but bear with me here. Yeah, I'm not gonna let this chapter get me down on the hack. I still think it's a good hack. I think reinforcements were a little bit overbearing in the earlier attempts of this chapter just because of how they repeat over and over and over. We didn't even see the worst of them. There are also Pegasus Knights that appear in the southwest corner of the map later, once you take one of the forts. Clearly the strategy is to take both forts on the same turn, but that does require a little bit of luck on your part because you do have to kill. I think killing Tenno, whatever his name is, however you pronounce it, is the trigger to the reinforcement spawning. And if you like kill him and you don't kill the other guy, just like say you just miss or something, things can really turn south real quick. So I feel like while this is a potentially a fair chapter, it also relies heavily on past circumstances, and I probably would have gotten soft locked here if I didn't use the RN script. But that's just me. If you're trying this hack yourself, I wish you better luck up to this point. Anywho, that's enough of me ranting. I should save something for the review when I complete this hack. So thank you for watching and have a good one.